Okay, but let me tell you, the feeling of being there, of walking the streets of the future, is really going to be breathtaking.
You're breathtaking.
You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking. All right. So, I got to finish this. So tell me.
What do you think happens when we die, Keanu Reeves?
I know that the ones who love us will miss us.
In a world full of noise, status, and ego, Keanu Reeves feels different. Many people become famous by trying to be bigger than everyone else. They want to be the loudest voice in the room. They want attention all the time. They want people to know how important they are. But Keanu Reeves built something much stronger than fame. He built respect. That moment shows real character. Character is what comes out when life asks you a serious question. It is the heart behind your words. Keanu did not choose performance. He chose sincerity. And that is one reason people respect him so much. Deep down, everyone can sense the difference between someone who wants to sound wise, and someone who has actually reflected on pain, love, and life. Keanu has been through loss. He has known grief. And instead of becoming cold, he became more gentle. That is real strength. A hard life often makes people bitter, but some people let it make them deeper. Keanu seems to be one of those people. This matters in everyday life more than we think. Most people do not need you to have the perfect answer. They need you to be real. If your friend is struggling, they do not need a speech. They need honesty and care. If your partner is hurting, they do not need you to win the conversation. They need you to listen. If your child is scared, they do not need a perfect parent. They need a present one. Character shows up in these moments. It shows up in how you respond when life gets serious. Do you become harsh, or do you become kind? Do you hide behind jokes, pride, and distance, or do you tell the truth with compassion? One of the most important things we can learn from this is that respect does not come from sounding important. It comes from being grounded. There is a lot of pressure today to always look smart, always look successful, always have the perfect response. Social media rewards image. But real life rewards honesty. In real life, people trust the person who is steady, calm, and sincere. They trust the one who can sit with pain without pretending it is not there. They trust the one who does not make every hard moment about themselves. When Keanu gave that answer, people did not just hear a line. They felt his humanity. And that is what made the moment powerful. So ask yourself this. When life gets real, who are you? When someone around you is hurting, what kind of energy do you bring? When the room gets quiet, do you need to fill it with noise, or can you bring peace? Character is built in private, but it is revealed in public. It comes from how you treat people when there is nothing to gain. It comes from how you carry yourself after pain. Keanu reminds us that softness is not weakness. Empathy is not weakness. Sincerity is not weakness. These are signs of a strong inner life. The third lesson is consistency, and this may be the biggest reason Keanu is so respected. One good moment can go viral. One kind answer can spread online. But respect that lasts for years comes from consistency. And when you watch Keanu in different interviews, from Jay Leno Garage, to GQ, to press tours for The Matrix and John Wick, you notice something important. He feels like the same person everywhere. He does not act humble in one place and arrogant in another. He does not speak with respect when cameras are on and then look bored when they are off. His energy stays steady, calm, curious, grateful, focused. In the Jay Leno Garage interview, you can see his love for motorcycles and craft. He is not there just to look cool. He is interested in the work. He talks about building, design, and process with real respect. That tells you a lot about his mindset. He values substance over image. He values doing the work well. In the GQ interview, when he looks back at his roles, he does not act like a man worshipping his own legend. He reflects, appreciates, and keeps moving. There is a grounded quality in the way he talks. He does not seem trapped by his fame. He seems connected to the work itself. This is a lesson many people need. A lot of people want big results, but they do not want steady effort. They want to be admired, but they do not want to build the habits that earn admiration. They want the highlight, not the discipline behind it. Keanu reminds us that respect grows from repetition. How you act on Monday matters. How you act when nobody is watching matters. How you treat the server, the driver, the assistant, the new employee, the person who cannot help your career, all of that matters. Consistency is not glamorous, but it is what creates trust. Think about your own life. If you are kind one day and rude the next, people do not know who you are. If you work hard only when someone is watching, people notice. If you talk about values but do not live them, people feel the gap. But when your words and actions match again and again, people start to respect you deeply. They may not say it right away, but they feel it. They know you are real. This is true in friendships, relationships, work, and leadership. The most respected people are usually not the flashiest ones. They are the reliable ones. They are the people who bring the same solid energy over time. Consistency also builds self-respect. When you keep your word to yourself, you become stronger inside. When you say you will wake up earlier and you do it, that matters. When you say you will be more patient with your family and you keep trying, that matters. When you decide to stop chasing approval and start living with more integrity, that matters. Every small consistent action becomes a vote for the person you are becoming. Keanu did not become respected in one interview. He became respected through years of showing the same values in different situations. That is a powerful reminder for all of us. Do not focus only on being impressive. Focus on being dependable. When you put these three lessons together, humility, character, and consistency, you start to understand why Keanu Reeves stands out so much. Humility makes people feel seen. Character makes people feel safe. Consistency makes people feel they can trust you. And trust is the foundation of real respect. Not fear. Not fame. Not image. Trust. This is why some people can have money and status and still feel empty around others. People may know them, but they do not respect them. Keanu feels different because his presence does not scream for attention. It gives people room to breathe. That is the deeper message here. You do not need to become louder to become more valuable. You do not need a bigger ego to build a bigger life. You do not need to dominate every room to matter. In fact, some of the most powerful people are the ones who stay grounded enough to be kind, honest enough to be real, and disciplined enough to stay the same person through success and struggle. That is what makes Keanu inspiring. He shows that decency still matters. Grace still matters. being a good human being still matters. So if you want practical takeaways from this, start here. First, practice humility every day. Give credit, listen more, and stop making every win only about yourself. Second, build character by choosing honesty and empathy, especially in serious moments. Be present, be sincere, and let people feel your care. Third, become consistent. Do not just perform your values when it is easy. Live them when it is boring, when it is hard, and when nobody is clapping. Because that is where real respect is built. Keanu Reeves is respected in a world full of ego because he proves something many people forget. Greatness is not always loud. Sometimes greatness is quiet, steady, and deeply human. And the best part is, these qualities are not reserved for celebrities. Any of us can practice them. Any of us can become more humble, more grounded, and more consistent. Any of us can become the kind of person people trust, admire, and feel better around. That is not just a lesson from Keanu Reeves. That is a blueprint for a better life.
Have you ever met another Keanu?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a cousin.
Oh, there's a...
I'm
Really?
lying. Everyone's got a cousin. I didn't meet that guy until I was probably 8 or 9.
Oh.
So I had never heard that name for another human until that moment. And I was just like, wow, okay, Keanu. And I'd never met a Keanu before.
Do you have a nickname, or have you ever had a nickname?
I have, yeah.
Can you share that nickname?